Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hello, CSC, and welcome. It's your favorite casting duo. They're saying this is the most Chinese stream that CSC has ever had. It's me, uh, PFA's King, joined by a special guest who's recently off of probation for negligent vehicular homicide, Starly. Starly, two questions. One, how excited are you to be here tonight? And two, did that cyclist have it coming?
Well, the cyclist didn't give me a right-hand turn signal by extending his right arm, so yeah, he had it coming. Otherwise, I'm excited, as always. Great day of Counter-Strike today. If you didn't watch the major, you missed out. And what better way to end the night than with a little nightcap of CSC? We got FRG,
Absolutely,
FNL.
absolutely. I can only hope that these two teams give us anything close to what we were seeing on the major stage. We are seeing I wouldn't call it a heavyweight bout. We do have an undefeated FRG team going into a game with FNL's Freeway Freaks, who I believe are 2-3. Is
They
that
are two
right?
and three. They
Two
are
and
two and
three,
three.
yeah. So, we'll see if FRG can protect their perfect record or if FNL can get back on, get back on in the driver's seat, even up their record and break FRG's undefeated streak.
Well, in true Counter-Strike fashion, we're going to Mirage, and CSC's based out of Chicago. So you put two and two together, King, and you make 22. Because nothing more true to the love of the game than a little Chicago Mirage. First time for both of these teams on everyone's most favorite map.
Is that
Um,
true?
yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
FRG's been 3-0 on Inferno, and they were 1-0 on Cedar Creek, 1-0 on Anubis. But yeah, both teams going to new territory, so I think it's match day 6 now, right? Um, you start to see obvious playoff teams pull away from the pack, right? Like FRG already white hot, right? Can FNL Contender stage an upset, right? Throw their hat into the ring at 3-3, and I think going to a new map is your best bet.
Absolutely. And I do think this is FNL's first match after making some recent roster changes. We're seeing Mr. Paloma Sucio, Pabali Sucio coming in on the side of FNL, but FRG are keeping it rolling. We'll see if we can get that momentum going. Of course, you and I both intimately familiar with some of the players on these teams. What's your take here? Who do you think is going to pull out ahead? Do you think this is going to be an FNL win, or do you think FRG is going to continue their warpath?
Well, I mean, Lamau's on MVP pace. He's got a 132. His lowest rating he's posted so far is a 112. He's genuinely putting up a donk-like run. Um, and I think the scary thing for me when you look at Lamau's page is he's averaging 400 utility damage a match, which is
Oh wow,
ridiculous. He's
that's
averaging 12. He's averaging 12 flashes a match. He's averaging about a flash assist per match. Um, so like even though he's shooting really really hard, it's not like he's super one-dimensional. It's not like you can put this guy on a cold streak early because he will still find impact with the util, and he's doing it two ways right now, which makes him incredibly dangerous. It sets up everyone else on FRG to have good games. Devin's behind him at a 114. Um, and I think just that kind of flexibility hasn't been there for FNL, which might have warranted the roster change. Um, but like I said again, you're on a new map. To be frankly honest with you, this is a very practiced map, even for just individuals coming in, right? Um, if there's a time and place to start showing some evolution in your game, I think Mirage is like one of the most solved maps in that regard.
absolutely. And what we will, it'll remain to see. How alive are we going to see FNL coming into this? I do think that a roster change can invigorate a roster and put them in a space to play better and just do better. It'll remain to be seen if we see that with FNL. I will point out that I believe the only champion, the only CSC champion in this lobby is FNL's Ben, who was a champion on FNL Contender 2 seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that
So
was the Golden Pro season. No, they didn't lose a
yeah,
single game.
that was the undefeated season. That's right. So that's somebody who definitely has that winner's mentality. I do think that from what I've heard, Ben is finding a bigger voice and trying to really take the reins a bit more on this roster. We'll see today if they can right the ship and get back in the win column.
Yeah. And
I
oh,
actually I will point out Gravel actually won last season. That's my
okay.
mistake. Gravel won last season with OS Contender,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. One
One
thing,
on
one
each
thing I
side.
will say is obviously, again, I'm a little bit cologne pilled, so excuse me, but it does look like we're gonna start FRG on T side and FNL on CT. And again, if you're gonna brew an upset, starting on CT would probably be your best bet. Again, CSC is a level above what you see at Cologne, but the Mirage again feels like a solved map. Like the CT win rate, I think now is like 62, 63% in the pros. I think in solo queue face it would probably be, it might not be that high, but if you have a coordinated team environment, you can really put the hurt on these tees, and you can really expose teams that haven't played this map, because stalling out in mid is like is a national pastime for the Counter-Strike player. And if you fall into that
Absolutely.
trap, if FRG doesn't find that initiative, right? Like if Lamau's flashes don't work, or if his entries don't work, or if Devin goes cold, or some kind of bad combination on that fragging frog side, they might not live up to their name, and it's hard to get out of the starting block.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see, how these teams are able to really actually work a map in default, because it does seem, like you mentioned, a big Achilles heel for a lot of these teams is just sort of stalling out in the mid round, whether that's through lack of util, lack of communication, or just a lack of a W key. But we're about to get into our first pistol round here. This is the Fraggin Frogs versus the Freeway Freaks.
Does Ben getting like 30 cases before the start of this match change your prediction? Because now I'm on the FNL train.
I think I was rooting for FNL for sure, but now I'm sold. I'm 100% sold that this is gonna go FNL's way.
A business mogul making moves. 5T set up all outside of A, and it looks like a right side pop here. Just Boomtaka in CT and Glizzy in Palace.
Oh, two early picks for FNL, or excuse me, for FRG. Yeah. Wait, no, for FNL.
FNL. Okay. Adds on a third, Boomtaka with a fourth, and now Boltrick. Lamau stuck in a 1v4. I mean, he's not a 1-4-4, but this is too much. If Boomtaka runs it down, I mean, that is an iron curtain on this A bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. Boomtaka coming off of an all-star season has gotten off to a bit of a slower start this season. So if that is anything, if that is his way of saying he's back, FNL, we might be so back, baby. On the other hand, FRG, that was a very, very, just a bit tortured. But, here, no bomb plant. Looks like they are just running it down on the B bomb site.
Yeah. I do want to see what the innovation is on this T side, right? Some teams come in with a very specific plan, like we will be aggressive in mid, we're going to show a lot of presence underpass, or we're going to take aggressive timings into connector. Some teams do play very, very defaulty, very, very slow on the round, which isn't inherently bad, but I do want to see some kind of coherent plan of aggression. Oh, Sugba, Kobe. Off that, because if you lose your extremities on this map as the T's and you get funneled into mid, it's a shooting gallery. Sugma gets one.
Sugma gets one and a team kill. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, the CT should have this wrapped up easy. It'd be nice to buy a bomb plant, and they will succeed in that mission. Will have something to say about it, but no, Boomtaka shuts it down. Here come the guns, right? And let's see what FRG open with. Because again, this T side on Mirage is hard to solve.
Right. Yeah. You take your 2 kills there. I mean, that was maybe an upgraded pistol or 2. You get to, you don't get a bomb plant, which you would have liked to have seen, but that's all right. And like you said, we'll have to see what FRG can cook up in this gun round. Looks like we have an instant window smoke going out. It looks like they're just kind of defaulting for map control at the moment.
Pushing up to the top mid spots at least. Running for the hills, can't get out. Gabe has Bongo takes his head off in con. So an early advantage for the frogs now, and mid completely surrendered as.
But
Poppy-
that's information though. That's information.
Yeah, but up a player now, and I mean Lamau already threw the smoking con real close now on Glizzy, and I mean Glizzy gets caught as well in windows. So 3v5, and this bonus should not be converted by FNL.
No, I mean this was clinical. I mean FRG get mid control, get Lamau up through con, get a player up in through ramp. Just a very clean A split. FNL should save here. Is he going for this?
Should but won't. No, I think Poppy has realized the error of his ways, so he'll back off up into chair. But I think that round, maybe on the MP9s, right? Maybe on a bonus. If you're gonna do a little trolling in mid, go for it. I am curious to see if FNL will continue to sag off mid that hard in regular game.
I mean, look, I don't necessarily hate the play. I think that MP9 you need to be up close and personal with those T's if you want to get any value out of it. I think that Ben made the right call of trying to fall back once he realized that he was outnumbered and very imminently going to get crushed. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to get away, and that just sort of collapsed FNL's house of cards.
Yeah. The bonus buying is a little sussy. Boomtaka's on an MP9, Sug was on a pistol because he bought a rifle the previous round, but Ben has an op. So for all intents and purposes, this is the rifle round, and I mean, again, it's another instant window smoke as Ben posts up in the window. But you got very standard people out of FNL, the nade gets blown, and Ben finds no one in mid, but a lot of people.
No info. T's were waiting on the break and are now starting to scale out mid. Based on Devin's position, looks like this is going to be another attempted A split. Both Ben and Mr. Susio getting tagged up.
But here's the stall out, right? Because you're trying to jump into this window position. Do we have a flash? Do we have anything to get through con? Because we're going to resmoke cat here, and it looks like Lamau really wants to jump in, but Ben's welcoming that jump.
And he just heard that drop.
Yeah, he fell off.
Yeah, that's bringing Paloma's Susia's rotate over toward. Yep, I just not a very great flashbang there. Like
a little slow. That's a better flashbang from Devin.
That's a much better flashbang. Yep, and a double entry out of gravel traded out by Ben.
Oh, and hold on. Wait for your teammates. 3v2. You've done more than enough here to deny this plant and deny his bomb site. But let's see if Boltrick has anything to say about it. Devin planting opposite side of triple and 3v2 here for FNL on this retake. Good volley.
Stalls out Ben, but Sugma does get the kill on the Boltrick as a 1 versus 3 for Devin. Does get one on the Bird.
And there's an op on this. This is a little awkward, but Sugma cleans it up. So Ben's the first line of defense, and Sugma's the second. That's good enough for FNL, and that round, they did a much better job holding down mid.
Absolutely. But I mean, really, I think that was much more of an issue with the flash to get Lamau into con there. I mean, I guess they didn't know that there was an op in play, so that they were hoping that the flash would be met with maybe a weaker gun. But even still, like to not flash an op holding that close of a line, that's a. That's
hot.
Another huge mistake from FRG going out before that window smoke is bloomed.
Boltrick immediately trades it back, and Sugma's the only line of defense now on this B bomb site. Surrounded by Cat and exposing himself.
Oh no.
And now it's a 3v4 with all 4 frogs on that B bomb site, and Boomtaka stuck in T-spawn. This retake gets hairy. You've got an op going solo up Cat is Ben. Ben's been on a heater, but this looks a step too far.
Okay. You see that kill makes this retake possible.
Yeah.
especially with Boomtaka flanking in through apartments here. He could get 2.
Yeah,
There's 1.
Sprinting out, finds both remaining players at the bench, but can't control that
Oh,
MP9.
can't. The second Ben. Oh, can't control the 5-7. That's great damage. Great damage. But honestly, if I'm FNL, I'm concerned. If the B bomb site is going to be able to be just peeled open that easily, that's gonna raise some eyebrows, and I would expect the Frogs to take big advantage of that going forward, especially if Ben's op is going to stay posted up in window.
Yeah. If there's one criticism so far of the FNL defense is that it's very split, right? You have a player pushed all the way up on Cat, playing back a Van. The rifle round prior on that A retake, Boomtaka tucks himself into Ninja, which is very much a one and done position with his only teammate at stairs. There's just no possibility for like a crossfire or some kind of like a kill zone that you can set up. It's really just, okay, everyone watch this one corridor. It's like playing League of Legends. Everyone just takes a lane on the map, and then if you win yours, great. If you don't, I type, a fucking paragraph in chat, and I get chat restricted. And I think you'd like to see a little bit more team play out of the CT side, especially since Mirage has a lot of chokes you can kind of funnel into, but the way the map is laid out, you can't hold on to every single choke all the time.
No, and we did have Ben with an opening kill there onto Lamau. Traded out almost immediately. Looks like FNL. Yeah, okay.
It's a 5 USP, maybe a 4 USP buy with like a P2 and a 5.7 behind it. It's fine. I'd like to see this AK saved if Poppy can get away, but he's committed, and I don't think you can win this retake. If you win this retake, that would be a miracle.
No, there's no kit in play. You need to get out of here.
Yeah, save that gun.
This is
optimistic.
I'm not really sure what I'm watching right now.
I mean, there's no chance Poppy should be. He's going to take as many people with him down as he can, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's a great eco, I guess. The T's weren't really in a position where they were hurting economically. They're all going to be able to get a buy out this round.
Hey, man. Pretty much everyone got there.
Yeah, hey, a little bit of stat padding never hurt anybody. And we are going to see the op head-to-head come out between Ben and Gabe here.
No, it did not. A wise man once told me that your analytical kill rating doesn't go up for saving a gun, but it does for killing someone on the server.
I know that's right. Who was this wise man, out of curiosity?
The voices in my head.
Oh, okay.
But I swear they're very, very wise, especially when I'm not taking my pills.
Okay. This is probably why you hit that cyclist, huh?
Timeout from FRG. Ben's back on the op. I wonder if this CT setup will change at all to be a little bit more tight. Because I think the T's game plan, I like the game plan so far, right? Like, staying aggressive in mid, we like this window jump. Is the execution perfect? No, but that's okay, right? You've got 3 rounds already on this Mirage T side. Mind you, losing the pistol. So, I think FRG's in a good spot so far. It's on FNL, really, to do something different. Oh, and that's a tech.
And a technical pause. We can do some catching up with chat here. Acurio asked, Starly, when are we bringing TSC back?
Yeah, who's going to tell him?
Who's going to tell him, folks? Who's going to tell him? And Cam, the GM of the fleet, says $5 to Moan on the next 1 Deagle.
Has anyone bought a Deagle this game?
I don't know. I don't know if we've seen a Deagle.
I'll do it, but like I don't think I've seen a Deagle yet.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the easiest $5 that I'll ever make in my life. But I don't think I've seen a Deagle yet.
Hang on. The money goes to the moaner here.
Okay, well, what if we both? What if we both moan though?
Well, Cam's just down $10 though.
That's true. That's true. That's pretty true.
So who are you rooting for at the major?
I do think it would be cool to see Furia win it all. With this being Fallen's last year, it would be pretty cinema. I think it would be a record-breaking 3rd win at Cologne for him, which would be really, really cool. the narrative, I think, for Vitality, you win back-to-back majors, you're right up there with that late 2010s Astralis team. I do think that the funniest outcome is that Spirit win, considering they don't have a coach at the moment.
They have Yabbage, man. I'm so tired of the disrespect on that plush, man. Like it's so
They don't
annoying.
have a human being that's coaching them at the
Wow.
moment.
Okay, so we're just gonna be speciesist, stunt coaches. All right.
There's no way you're bringing speciesism out at 10:20 p.m. on the Thursday night. Like, what are we saying here?
That's crazy, man. I thought CSC was an inclusive community. You're just gonna go after Yabbage like that?
I'm going after
FRG's on the stream.
I'm going after Yabbage the same way you went after that cyclist, dude. Like, I saw you backed over the cyclist after you hit them with your car.
That wasn't important. I think I was hoping for 9Z to make a Cinderella run, because I think they have shooters. But Furia shut them down really bad on Overpass.
Yeah, that was
the Furia bandwagon. Yeah. So.
Oh, we have. We do have some gambling on the stream that we're able to see here.
And I mean, this is proof why you don't gamble, kids. Ben got fuck all.
There's 2 purples in there.
Yeah, I mean, wow, 2 purples out of what, 30 cases?
I think that's right.
So, don't gamble, kids. Don't gamble.
Or continue gambling, really. Like, you're probably an adult.
We're trying to teach good. We're trying to show off good Counter-Strike. We should be teaching good life lessons too, King.
Is that? I don't think that's true. I think that we can teach whatever lessons we want. Like we're the ones that have the bully pulpit right now. Like if I wanted to start, reading out from Mao's Little Red Book, who's going to stop me other than the admin who's currently doing obs? I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I mean, to do it in the presence of Supreme Leader Packy is crazy.
You will never defeat the human spirit.
That's your funeral, man. That's your funeral. Oh, and just like that, the human spirit is back.
The human spirit dictates that we're back. All right, if I'm the FNL here, I want to do something a bit different on the CT side. They've just been in a 2-1-2 default every single round. We haven't seen any ramp progression. We haven't seen any apartments pushes. Let's see something happen, folks. Let's see something happen. I don't want to be in a nothing ever happens game.
In the wise words of every American,
let's play some football.
And unfortunately, no football is being played. It's the same 2-1-2 default.
It is the same.
I mean, okay, Boomtalk is a little bit closer on ramp now, and Glizzy's holding a flash, so it does look like they're going to peek off this flashbang. Swing. Nobody there, but the smoke will buy quite a bit of time. We got 4 frogs lined up here, all on ramp, mind you, with Devin purely just trying to make some noise and abs as he work. Boomtalk has got the MP7, so playing close range does make sense as he retreats to under Palace.
Starting to get a little worried about a Palace play.
Yeah, I think the fears are warranted here. You've got practically no information on the map, and you saw on ramp, you saw nothing, but you can kind of feel that menacing aura, and Boomtalk goes all the way.
Yeah, I mean, again, just like absolutely no info on the map. You're just letting the contenders group up, and here comes the site hit.
Yep, good molly to buy a little bit of time, but these right side smokes are paying for Ben. Toss a flash, blown open, but again, you still see nothing, and Boomtalk finally confirms a lot of people are rampant. We're set up for a retake here with Devin playing interference in mid. But Ben opens volley onto Gravel. Paloma Susio with a second. And Ben finds his third, but then Gabe trades it back. 2-on-2 now.
2-on-2 bomb is planted. Both T's on a ramp side.
And both CTs coming from stairs. A high-low swing here with Bolt Trick tucked tight to Tetris. The first up Liz. He swings wide, doesn't get caught. Poppy with a dink. Gabe down to 13. Poppy down to 49. Trick trades one out. Poppy now in a 1v2. Can't finish it on the
Oh no, I mean, a great attempt at a retake, but ultimately that FNL does fall short.
Yeah, I mean, that was a flurry of kills on site. Ben opens, you know, the shooting. Just doesn't really trade out enough kills, and I think that stairs side of the hole started to fall apart as those smokes faded. FRG just shot back a little bit harder.
If I'm not mistaken, that was a 2v4 conversion for FRG.
Yeah, I think it was. The kills did come fast though, so I'm not going to blame them entirely for it. And I think it, you know, you could argue it was a 2v3, but not good. And it forces FNL back down onto another eco. Only winning.
We do have deagles though. We do have deagles.
We do have deagles. We do have deagles. We have what, a deagle on Sugma and a deagle on Boomtaka. So I'm ready. My body is ready. Poppy. Oh, there's 3 deagles. 3 opportunities here. Poppy whiffs the first attempt for $5 in mid. But many more opportunities to come with 3 players marching up the catwalk and 1 in underpass. And the next point of contact, head taken clean off by Devin. Takes 1 back. Gravel changes another out. Takes 2 for the trouble. And now it's a 2v4. Deagles left on the map. Poppy looking for it. Can't find it. 2 body shots.
All right, Boomtaka, you might not have this round, but you might have $10. I need you to lock in, pal.
King needs dinner. He needs these $5.
I need
You're not gonna
this.
get it on a failed cat jump.
I need that. That's like that's like 1. Oh man, I was gonna say it's like 1 2/3 of a subway fare, man.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. You live in a very overpriced city.
Yeah, all right, Mister. I live in Chicago.
Yeah, I know that's right. I know you jealous of me rubbing my belly on 7 ping.
Yeah, and I know you're jealous of all the Shanghai Needs places that I have access to.
I know that's
Noob.
right. I know that's right. FNL really needs a gun round here, yeah, and that's what the pause is for, I think. 1 for 6 in the last 6 rounds, and you can kind of see why FRG is 5-0. It's just the rounds they win, it just looks so smooth. The trades are good, right? There's a lot of chaos on that initial engagement, but
we're letting Gabe has Bongo drop a 2 KD on us.
I mean, the entire tier is guilty of that sin. It seems like you don't get to 5-0 being a bunch of bums. So, again, I think the onus is on FNL, like you said. Like, we saw a little bit of aggression there on ramp, right? Like flashbang peak. But can we get people into more advanced positions? Do we risk an abs push? Do we risk an under push? Do we risk a palace push? The answer to all that is no, as Gabe has Bongo posts up with this op on van. Now, if you try to get aggressive on B, there's someone waiting to punish.
I mean, again, just zero proactivity out of the FNL defense here. They are just letting T's run rampant. Lamau gets a kill on the Ben. I don't even know where that came from. Gabe gets a kill on the Sugma.
Yeah. Just
I'm being told by the voices in my head that was Palace to Stairs.
The voices would be correct, and FNL is now down in a 3v5. Again, we're just giving. It feels like we're losing control of our extremities, right? As FNL.
And again, like, look at how disciplined the Frogs are. They get 2 early opening picks. They don't overreact. They don't they don't flood out into sight. They group up, you know, util in hand, and they are getting ready to hit this bomb site. There's one defender here.
Yeah, it's on the newest freak in Poppy Susio.
Glizzy's here to support from market. She is gonna get smoked off. Although that door smoke is a bit lurky, it might allow her to play out. Poppy gets 1, Poppy gets 2! Oh, he almost gets third.
It's okay, Glizzy will get the 3rd. And
Walled back.
Stuck on site here. It's great for Boltrick to try and come up cat to provide a little bit of support. Boltrick does arrive now, and I mean, great dink out of the window on Boomtaka. 2v1 now for Glizzy. They know she's here on this bomb site. Making noise. Gabe moves wide out into default.
That's a 4K for you. We're letting Gabe has Bongo hit clips on us, fam. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
He's cool as a cucumber, man. Like you said, he could have panicked. He could have started looking for a way back into the round. No, just buy time for Boltrick to come up cat. And he just dispatches them with ease.
And that's the exact difference between these teams. I mean, you know, when it gets down to a 2v2, FRG don't panic. They don't try and immediately get the numbers back in their favor. You know, they wait for an overstep, and there it was Boomtaka more or less walking into the open, into Gabe's wide open arms. It looks like here we're getting a bit of ramp aggression. Although most of FNL seems as if they're just on lesser guns.
Yeah, Gravel's dispatched Poppy in mid. Yeah, it's just the CT side is stuck in a 2-1-2, right? And I mean, you're not winning your opening duels on just straight up aim fights. The couple of times we've seen them try to be aggressive, the timing hasn't been great. It's a little unlucky, but at the same time, you know, something's got to change on this opening play. Are we going to overload a certain side of the map, right? Are we going to flash repeatedly into space? Are we going to set people up on even deeper positions, kind of like how Ben's in Palace now? But he's in Palace on a 3v5, so like how much benefit does he actually get?
And even then, like, yeah, no, they know that he's around here somewhere. But I mean, these CTs, they're not doing anything different. I mean, oh, all right.
No. I mean, Bomb's just gonna go down and opposite of triple again. Gravel will find Bobby Boltrick just dispatches Glizzy, and I mean, this is done and dusted. Put a bow on it. FRG is now at 7.
Ay, man. Yeah, I mean, another tactical timeout from FNL.
Well, you have to, because at this rate, FRG seems destined for 9, right? This is the last gun round of the half. If you lose this one, your econ's cooked again, right? You're on MP9s for the last round of the half. If you get to 5, it's salvageable, right? But to walk out with a 3-9 half after winning the pistol, you won 1 gun round in 10. I mean, that's not acceptable on Mirage.
It's not at all. I mean, again, like this, the FNL are letting FRG get all the map control that they want. You know, they're not having to fight for it. They're not having to sweat for it. They're not having to use any utility to contest. And so when it comes time to just dump util and hit a site, it's over. I mean,
I think the hardest part about it is that these opening fights are impossible to trade out for FNL. So if you just don't win the straight up aim duel, and to be honest with you, they haven't been, right? The FRG is just shooting harder. When you give up that opening kill, there's no recourse for the CTs to get back in it, right? It's just, I'm going to take my ones. If I win this fight, great. If I don't, shoot, right? And we've been seeing a lot of shoot on the side of the Freeway Freaks. Again, just look at the map, right? This 2B setup is fine because of the people in apps, but Ben is practically on an island in window. You've got Glizzy posted up holding Palace, like Boomtalk is holding ramp, but like let's say Glizzy loses this fight Palace, what, you just play solo A defense? And I mean, this boost into B, I get it. I really do, but that you're basically removing a defender off that bomb site until they plant default.
Yeah. And again, FRG, you know, running out the clock. They've got plenty of util. They've got all the map control they could ever want.
Yeah, no recontested mid. Lamal's probably calling this. And it's just, map's quiet, guys. Or, you know, let's just do something. And that something's going to be on B. 2 people contacting out. And Poppy's leaving this bomb site, so it's all on Sugba. Up in this boost.
I mean, even if he doesn't get cleared here, your best case scenario is that he gets 2.
Well, Poppy's gonna beat the time out, and
oh
goes
no!
way too early. But Poppy has one back on the bull trick as a consolation prize. 2 back on the Gabe. And can Poppy will FNL to a 4th? Now on this back pillar, dancing around. Planted on default, but Gravel will be punished.
That's a bold plan. All right, FNL. With her heroics out of the newest member of the Freeway Freaks, I don't really know what I just watched. I think that plan out of Gravel was ambitious, but
what you watched was what happens when FRG doesn't get given a freebie to start the round. When they don't play up players, they do that contact play out B, that's fine. Even if they're not checking Sugma properly, Poppy's able to sprint out of that market door smoke, get back onto the bomb site to reinforce. So Sugma's distraction actually takes away the T's ability to trade Poppy out. He wins that first fight at bench and he transitions into a second on Gabe. And then he has a really nice movement to get around to backside to just stay alive. Well played by Poppy, well played by FNL. That's 4, it has to be 5. It has to be 5.
It really does have to be 5, and really I think it has to be 5 and a pistol. When you're going into the C side, If you know, these are the issues that we're seeing on a CT side. I don't have much. I don't have very high hopes for this T side. I have to admit.
But Ben's off could be a nice starting point. I mean, it has been. It's been a
I
great
I will say one. You know, I'll give FNL their laurels. They have been keeping Lamau in check. That has come at the expense of letting Gamehouse Bongo absolutely style on here because, again, like, what are we doing? Gamehouse Bongo has over 2 KD in the Big 26.
But I mean, players make here for FNL, and that Molly doesn't quite burn Poppy.
Another
Oh, but he legs him! He legs him, and Poppy lives to tell the tale. Now it's on Sugma on this B bomb site. 1v2. Offer and abs. Bulltrick falls, and Sugma's primed for.
Yo, all right. FNL gets their 5th.
A nice little Xantares-esque flick.
I mean,
It's
really,
it's not a headshot. It's not a headshot.
It's not a headshot. That's your consolation prize, right?
No, that was a nice shot. That was a nice shot.
No, I mean the round, not the kill.
Oh, the round is great. We take the round.
Right, but we're gonna need to see it converted to pistol for me to really start believing this this has any legs to it. Yeah, taking a look at the stats here. Pablo Suzio, absolutely stunting. We have, I mean, it really is. It's Poppy and Ben, more or less versus the world right now. Although we are seeing some struggles on the FRG side. Devin, with 3 and 11, you don't love to see that. Hopefully they can pick it up.
A lot of those rounds just being.
That is true. That is true.
Solo lurking in this. Solo lurking is just the most useless exercise in the world, man. Like, oh crap. Like, either my team's like basically his team was auto winning the big engagements, right? And then he's just chilling in mid, or he's just in mid. His team lost the engagement. Oh, I'm just dead on B. But I mean, hey, Devin with dualies and armor, chance to repair that KD here. Can't get it done. And the Freeway freaks lock up this bomb site. Ben with the second, lethal on the Glock as he is on the op. And he wanted a pistol conversion. FNL gives it and some.
Ben with a huge 3K.
Screw the Gabe Glaze. Ben's got a 2 KD. Find one more.
And he does. Yeah, Ben absolutely taking control of this game, trying to will FNL across the finish line with Mr. Susio. That's both pistol rounds in the way of the Freeway Freaks.
That is.
It looks like the CTs are just going to take a full eco here. That should be a 7th. If it's not a 7th, I will eat. I'll eat a hat live on stream. I don't even know.
Gabe has Bongo with the Zeus. The hat may be entering your son. No, it's not. It's a 5A stack. It's a 5A stack. FRG and Ben proving why you don't gamble.
I don't know. I think if Ben just kept on gambling, he could win, dude.
Well, you need to trade for 30 more cases.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody get him on the line immediately.
Someone call another 10 balls. But this will be a 7. I do wonder now what FNL because we saw that they love right?
Mm-hmm.
They love that defense. And I wonder if the calling is as static on T. I hope it's not. If it's as static on T as it is on CT. I think generally speaking, when you're the underdog, play at a faster tempo, right? Don't let the CTs get into the positions they like. Try to keep them off their toes with util, with smokes, or straight up just simply with pace, right? If you just pack up and hit bomb sites, again, you're not taking advantageous fights because of the way the map is designed, but 5v3s, 5v2s on bomb sites, and you can trade out. Life would be nice like that, especially this round on Mac 10s. Ben upgrades to an AK, but everyone else stays on the SMGs. So if you're not gonna play fast, and
they have a missed window smoke.
That's okay. Window smoke is very, very difficult. Ask the voices in my head. But if you're not gonna play fast, you're not gonna play close to the CTs. These SMGs are gonna look really stupid. So Ben's
Yeah.
setting up right now for that right side exit.
It looks like A. Yeah, it's an A fake into it. Looks like a B
Look
pop.
at where Gabe is. Gabe's on the wrong side of the map, and it's all on Devin here against two SMGs,
Ooh.
struggling to control the spray. Now down at 13 HP and getting flanked, gets a headshot, but that's not good enough on Sugba. So now it's a 5v4, and you got multiple folks in front of you, and FNL might just convert this bonus round, which would be disastrous.
They do have the health advantage. That Molotov is going to keep him back. Oh no!
Oh no! Make up for it at least.
Oh
He can't.
no!
And Lizzie gets a second back, and now both players are on cat for a default plant.
What am I
Lizzie down to
watching?
9 HP.
What is happening? Oh no! Oh
God,
no!
wow,
Oh
guess what?
no!
Ben,
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No! There's a imposter on the Freeway Freaks, and despite that imposter's best efforts, they convert the bonus. It's 8-7 FNL.
You gotta give Ben a lifetime contract for that one. I really and truly do think that if I were Mr. Susio and I lost that round, or excuse me, I did that and our team lost the round, I would have to Irish goodbye at the CSC. Like I don't think there's any coming back from that. Ben with an opening double kill, an opening triple kill, excuse me.
It's okay, calm down now. Calm down now. We get a nice little eco round for everyone to reset. Well, I say eco round and Gabe's got an AK in his hands, so let's start a discussion about that.
Let's what is that? Does that say big floppy dick? Well, interesting.
Oh, good job reading that one out.
And the observer has taken away that gun from me.
Evan? Okay.
Okay.
Surely this is fine, right? Gabe's just gonna save this AK. He's going for it. Gabe's gonna go for it.
He's
gonna go for it.
He's
So I have
going.
to stay involved in this round.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
And he's got a back turn. He's got a
Wait,
back turn on Poppy.
oh.
The imposter is down, but here comes Ben. 21 kills to his name. 23 now.
That's an ace.
Now.
That's an ace.
Ace for Ben's off.
You know, I will say, the Freeway thinks they're winning rounds. I'll give them their credit. So many of these round wins feel like they're coming on the back of absolute heroics out of Ben, and you know, in that CT half out of Mr. Susio as well. I'm not really seeing anything other than Ben being pointed in the vague direction of the enemy team and getting a multi-kill. I'm really curious to see, you know, what will happen if, God forbid, he misses. Oh.
That was a hard
Shut up.
shot. You can't fault him for that. That's the
No, I
crazy
can't.
thing.
I can't. And also, we are seeing a double op setup out of FRG here,
Yeah.
and they're both on the A bomb site. Oh, okay.
I don't hate it because I'm pretty sure FNL's read is that they can't get an opening without Ben, and if Ben's gonna slow crawl, then you know that he's on his A bomb site. Sugba right in mid, flushed up by that molly. Grab open, reverse an opening, and I mean here comes Ben walking into the line of that CT op. Bulltrick is trained on this angle, so if there's an opportunity to shut the demon of FNL down, it's being offered up here at ramp. God forbid Ben gets this kill. Because FNL look a little rudderless. They've got
Yeah.
Poppy and
They've
Ash.
stalled out.
Yeah, this is the classic. I mean, it's all on Ben's off.
They're waiting for his CT to overplay.
Oh, Ben's on that line. Ben takes it off Bulltrick.
Yeah,
No,
and there's
no,
your
no.
CT overplay. You see the immediate reaction out of the T's. We have two repositions. Ooh, maybe not.
Well, I mean, is Gabe gonna try and get on this line?
Oh,
now?
that's a
It should
juicy
repeat
nade.
mistake. Well, no. Actually, the call is to go back B off of the notice that Ben's op is A. I mean, Devin's here to receive it.
But he's the
Smoke
only one.
rolled up.
He's the only one available for this defense right now.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, as soon as that smoke lands at the window, well, here comes Lamau. Does he make it here in time? He will. He will make it here in time. So you've got a 2B defense. With 10 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds! Devin pulls a nade out!
Oh, the
But
shining
this bomb's
star.
gotta go down. Lamau should win this round here. He can just kill the planter. He
The shining
does.
the shining star of FRG bails them out. does go down, but that's a round that did stall out ultimately. I mean, ultimately Ben does get that kill. You know, he gets that CT overreaction, but FNL, they had stalled out for too long.
Yeah, too busy yapping about strats, too busy yapping up about positions, and they didn't realize by the time they were exiting apps, there was only 10 seconds left on the clock. Great presence of mind from Lamau to kill that planner. FNL's gonna pinch themselves over that. That could have been a 10th very easily. Especially with the nade fumbling.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? You're still
wine.
seeing Ben on the op here.
Yeah.
And that's really that's your win condition here. Is you need Ben to get an opening kill.
Call your friends, call your family. Gabe has Bongo might be the first person dead or to take a kill in this round. Never mind. Do not call your friends and do not call your family. The opposite treated into CT and Ben punishes him for it. A 25th.
Sat. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this game, Starly. Either, you know, regardless of who wins or who loses, we will have a beautiful, beautiful narrative to spin and people to.
I know that's right.
To.
And speaking of narratives to spin, Gravel's now stuck in this web at Sandwich. Support from Bulltrick at CT.
He has picked up the op of the
FNL sitting there at ramp. You know he's there at ramp, and Lamau's intentions in window are not hidden to Poppy Sucio. Glizzy finds a gap in the defense here, crawling now on jungle. 2 players here. Does she find the timing to surprise both? It's Lamau who would take first contact with Bulltrick's op in the window. Lamau's gonna swing out,
knife in hands.
Face full of Glizzy. Does she
but Gravel gets 2. Oh, Bulltrick. Oh, Bulltrick hits that? What?
Bulltrick hit it, and it puts the bird in a 1v2.
1v2, 30 seconds left. Bomb is not planted.
Full belt to util. He knows there's an off. And Devin should be called out as a player. That smoke is not perfect, but neither is Bulltrick's shot.
Alright, what? Okay.
All down to Poppy to try and salvage this round. Flames flushing him out as he goes into the back corner. That Galil has
Oh no.
Bulltrick anyway. It's all on Devin. 1v1.
Okay.
Wide.
Okay.
Bird gets his wings.
I could hear the Benny Hill song. Like, oh my gosh.
Your Galil had 8 bullets.
Okay, and we have. What?
This is why they call it the beautiful game. These last 2 rounds have just been nothing but mud.
Absolute cinema. I feel so blessed that we were chosen to bring our takes and insights and analysis to whatever this is. You know, this morning I watched Yuri and string together some absolutely beautiful clutches on Mirage, and now I'm watching whatever this is. But you know what this is?
Let's start a discussion. Is FNL if FNL Ben was on Crucia, they automatically become favorites to win the major?
I think so. I think like Ben has an emoji in CSC. Molodoi does not.
I know that's right.
Everyone ever realize this? Okay, Gabe with the kill through the smoke. Bulltrick with the double up. Yeah.
Clips him.
Okay, we're letting Gabe as Mongo hit clips on us. We're getting a little bit of body shooting. Getting a lot of body shooting.
Gabe's been doing that since day 1.
You know, if this were our sister league, that would be grounds for a match day ban. But thankfully, we don't. Thankfully, we do not live in a dystopian society.
Both of us, refugees from that dystopian society.
No, the other one. That was me speaking to the voice by for the viewers at home. You can't hear the voice in our head.
Yeah, the voice in our head got it wrong there, so we'll be punishing it severely later. Same way FNL's econ has been punished. Final timeout or third timeout, maybe third timeout. Out of FNL.
This is the 3rd out of 4, I believe.
And I can't help but go back to the round they timed themselves out on. That was 10-7.
That was your opportunity to double digits, and now the frogs are on double digits themselves.
I think FRG would have been on an eco for 11. And now you're down 10-9. You feel like a chud. And I mean, this nade from Devin is gonna be money. I mean, that's your top frag, now below half.
Yum.
And here comes another serving of utility from Lamau. Any noise and that thing gets pulled, but they're going to contact up.
Oh.
Another nade quick switch, and that means Sugma gets an opening. Calls them out, now the whole bump that gets at the window by Poppy. She'll take the situation a little bit. Gabe a little less so, but it's more reward. Poppy shouldn't be able to get it. Keyword shouldn't. And I mean, Poppy. Very nice try, Mr. Poppy.
I believed for a minute there.
Yeah, but Gabe's got support. Gabe's got his goons, namely in the form of Gravel and FRG. Now on 11.
Yeah, I mean, Gravel and Boltrick coming up with some really, really big just blue collar frags here, and when they're really needed the most.
Now we're calling Impact blue collar.
Yes, Impact is blue collar. Gabe has never worked a day in his life for any of those 7 kills.
I know Gabe hands are very soft. Let's just put it
That's what I'm saying. Look at him. You can't look at him.
That is white collar movement. That's white collar movement.
This is white collar movement right here. This is board of directors movement.
Oh,
right here.
boo! Another ob kill. Not an honest days of work there, but Gravel, that's an honest kill right there in the top mid to put FRG up 5-2 players in this pivotal round to get them to match play. Poppy. Shooting gallery in mid. Takes out Boltrick first. Does he expect another attack? He does. Poppy with 2, but Lamau traded another back out onto Sugma 2v3, and FRG knows this A bomb site is vacant. That was a kill on ramp.
Yeah, it's a 2v3, but the 2 alive are your heaviest hitters for FNL right now.
60 points of health combined between the 2 of them. They're going to limp onto whatever bomb site if they can even make it there. Devin plays tucked, back pillar on B, and Gravel's in mid, and you got Lamau pushing for info and pals with 45 seconds. Gravel will spot Poppy, let him pass, and the alarm's been sounded for Devin, who now takes an angle into apps. Back on B. First contact will be bent. Fires makes the position known and pulls a nade out. But let's Poppy turn this into a 2v2.
This round is live.
Bomb goes down. Gravel's heard that nade. Almost money. And now Poppy. Trying to save FNL.
but Ben misses the sitter. 1 versus 2 for Poppy, and he can't convert. Lamau with a 3K.
And it's little stuff like that. It's little stuff like that. When you don't miss your sitters, you hit your headshots coming out of market. That's why FRG is 5-0 and FNL on the border of 2-4. Oh, but that was the one. That was another opportunity to I don't want to say put this map away, but that gets you back in it.
No, but you know what? That's FRG on match point. That's no op and play for FNL. All the money in the world on the FRG side. FNL I would love to see something pacey out of them, because I will say, like, I do think that they have tried sticking to their guns. They've stuck to these defaults, going for map control, waiting for, usually Ben to find that opening incision. But here, you need to fight tooth and nail for any map space get yourself across the finish line. Back-to-back tactical timeouts. It is not this serious, y'all. What are we doing here?
Haven't you heard, man? This CSC shit very serious, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, FNL's got to be careful with their util this round. Yeah, 5 smokes and a single Molotov, 3 flashes to their name, and those are all the tools left in the box. That's smokes. You miss window. You blow a flashbang for funny reasons that we can't comprehend. That's one less tool that you have to prolong this map.
But you know what? I will say FRG are bringing that double op setup back out, and it did not work too well for them last time they brought it out. So we'll have to see.
It worked in the sense that FNL timed themselves out. So technically,
that is true. That is true. They did.
But 3 mid here, and that flash into mid gets a couple. Gravel.
Looks like they are set up for an attempted A split here, based on the positioning of Mr. Sucio and Glizzy.
But Gravel's been good for it. But Gravel's on an island here. They've got to be good for it and some. Try and slow down this FNL horde. Utaka hasn't burned off the bench. I mean, Grab, here's
Gravel's not
everything.
cleared. He hasn't been cleared. They have no idea
Well,
that he's here, and he gets a free one, and oh, he almost gets out. Traded out by Sugma.
yep.
We go
But Poppy's
4v4.
made it onto a site now. He knows that there's an option. Swinging wide onto the rifle. Can't catch them. And I mean, bomb will go down. That's the cap player, but Sugma trades it back onto jungle, and now it's a 3v2. Bolt trick. Over ticket. Gets an opportunity. Can't convert. And I mean,
They
it's a
know
double off retake.
they know where one of those players is, but look at number 8. Ben
Yeah.
closing in. They are gonna get both of these ops out of here outside of some absolute heroics out of Full Trick.
Well,
There's one.
And Ben whips a shot on the turnaround. It's not Ben.
Uh-oh. Okay.
By the box, and yeah, a little too much swap shenanigans, and well, FNL will stay alive. And I mean, the money on the 2 oppers is horrendous for FRG.
Yeah, no, that's the downside of pulling up the double op setup, right? Like you put yourself in a position where you have 2 SMGs out and you're defending. You know,
This is dangerous from FRG.
yeah, no, if they lose this round, it's going to be a pretty substantial eco having to go, playing for that overtime round.
Yeah.
Well, we will see. It looks like FNL are setting up for a B split here.
And I hate to say it, but FNL has tripped on the starting block every time they get an opportunity to wrestle this game. The guns here on FRG are good. They have to convert this.
Yeah, no, if FRG lose this round, I'm expecting we're going to be seeing overtime.
Yeah, I mean, Sugma doesn't have the cover of the Contender. As you said, bomb site. Gabe posted up on this balcony. Gets
Gabe gets one.
Second, and Poppy will trade it out. Now it's all on Devin. Reinforcements coming.
There are 3 CCs here.
Yeah, and great swing out from Devin on that MP7. Superior weapon to good use, but good trade back. 2-4 FNL. We're bad at Devin.
Oh, but Devin! Oh! 1 versus 1.
Yeah, and he's
Ben versus Boltrick. Ben has no idea that Boltrick is in apps.
Boltrick is really fast to apps. This is a really fast timing to apps. I don't blame Ben if he doesn't check it, but if he doesn't check it, FNL's in trouble. And I mean, on the fan, can't get it turned around in time.
Can't get around in time, and that is game for the Fraggin Frogs.
They will pull it out, 13-10.
Devin, I'll give him his flowers. That last round, he steps up. He steps up when he's needed the most. I think that was a 3K out of Devin there to seal the game. And I really I think that FRG were starting to slip there. I think if you don't get that, if Devin doesn't have that moment, he doesn't have that round. I think FNL are taking the overtime, but we don't live in that universe. We live in the universe where Gabe Bongo has dropped almost 20 kills on your head.
A disturbing timeline, certainly.
Disturbing indeed. Looking into this.
I think this game kind of showed you why FRG is now 6-0. Because there are so many little factors that just makes them just an edge above the rest of the competition. I think Gravel's anchoring on CT side or those opening fights were very clean, right?
No, absolutely. It's like what you're saying, those blue collar kills.
Boltrick right behind him, right? I think the CT setup's a little bit more dynamic. You saw a couple more info pushes, right? You saw a couple more opening kills get converted over. You saw a couple more flashbangs being thrown in mid, couple more mollies being thrown in mid. It's just little stuff, and it adds up into an actual noticeable advantage when you get into server. Again, FNL is a good team, right? Better than their record, I think, honestly, especially when Ben's that hot, right? But you want every kind of advantage you can build, and FRG just looked like the more seasoned team.
Absolutely, but I'll give him this. Ben played his heart out. I mean, it really did come down to the fact that I do think that CT side out of FNL is just disappointing. I mean, it was so static. FRG had all the map space they wanted. They had really just FNL in the palm of their hand. I mean, FNL's 5 rounds came out of some absolute heroics out of pulling with Susio and Ben, and it ended up not being enough. Ultimately, Ben with 29 kills, not able to convert, not enough to convert for this team. You hate to see it, but like you said, I do think that FNL are better than the record suggests. As we enter the midpoint of the season, I'll be Interested to see if they can kind of pick up their form and hit their stride. But right now, it is it is the FRG show. I fear.
And I think if you're FNL, there's parts to this game. Watching it back, it will sting. That timeout round will sting. I think that 2v2 on the B bomb site, where Ben had a sitter into market window, that will sting. But I think despite all of that, you get 10 on a 6-0 team on a map that you haven't played this season yet. You have to use this to get better. I think they have the tools to absolutely, especially given, with all due respect, how generous CSC playoffs are, right? I think it's 18 teams in Contender make it, or is it 16? Right? You can absolutely have a losing record. You'll be in the playoffs. And I mean, there's been already a couple of low seeds incidents that upset the 1 seed. If you want your lore, ask about Bonament. But can
Those
they
who
use
know.
this map to get better? Right? Because you can see the pieces there that could make FNL get to 500, rattle off a couple wins, build a better map pool, right? Or are they going to let those 2 rounds in particular really let it haunt them like the ghost of Evan Counter-Strike on Cedar Creek, and we get a wasted season? I don't think it'll go that way. I think they're better than that. But
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think we will see both of these teams in the playoffs. If I had to bet, I'm not a betting man.
Another gambling incident.
We should. Is the admin still here? Did Packy leave? Packy, when
Yeah,
are we
man.
getting CSC on Kalshi? When is that happening? All right.
Well,
The admin
our
has said
observer
something
just
to
said
me
something.
that I cannot
I think you
repeat
should.
on the
You
live
should totally
stream.
repeat it, dude.
I don't think I can say that on Twitch.tv. So with
Get your
that
son to
note,
say it.
thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Get your son to say it.
I don't think he can't speak English. He's
Damn it.
okay. On that note, I thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. It was a pleasure. I've been King. I've been casting with Starly. This has been the most Chinese CSG stream of all time.
We didn't say a word of Mandarin, but go ahead, man.
Ni hao.